Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to look at and build the Blokees Transformers Classic Class Mirage figure. These are little snap fit model kits in the vein of sort of the Gundam style models, i.e. they literally just punch out of their sprues, they snap together, and then you have a posable action figure. They don't need painting, they don't need glue. These tend not to have decals or anything like that, so they're nice simple experiences. I had and built the Optimus Prime one around Christmas, so you can see the sort of thing we can expect here. Typically the light eyes and chest light up. It's literally just a little tap to activate them, and then it'll time itself off. You can see it was a simple little model. It comes in at probably about 4 inches. It's smaller than Gunpla models, so they don't scale with those, and as a result they're also smaller than your typical Transformers figures. So you might struggle. Oh, actually, yeah, it's probably a little small to truly scale with your Transformer figures, but nonetheless they're fun little models to put together. They're easy to do, simple. Yeah, so that's it. With the Optimus Prime one, I will say that I gave it a wash with the Citadel Nullen oil. So the silver obviously looks a little dirtier, which you might expect. It also helps get into the recesses, so you can see the creases and the lines and the panels, etc. So without further ado, let's have a look at Mirage. So I picked this up for 18 quid from Hobbycraft. They tend to have quite a big selection of the various models. I've got an RC sitting in back ready, which needs to be done. My local one also had Nemesis Prime, Bumblebee, Scourge, so they have a nice wide selection, and that's just from Hobbycraft. You can get these online. They may range from the 15 to 20 quid mark, give or take. So the box, as you can see, has sort of a holographic look to it, which I kind of feel makes it feel and look a bit like a cheap Chinese knockoff, but no. But that's just the packaging. So here it is. It's a classic class. No brush required, no glue required, no cutters required. Chest and eyes light up. There's a QR code, so you can look at their Facebook page. Apparently, it's been licensed from Hasbro, so it is an official product. On the side, this is number 6 in the series. I don't know how many there are in the series in total. On the back we have a bio for Mirage. I will let you take a moment and read that if you wish. You get a couple of model shots. You can see it comes with a stand with some energy effects, and then you got a summary of what you can expect inside of the packaging. Then on the side, a couple of model shots and details on the extra hands and weapons we get for the model. So without further ado, let's open this up and take a look. So that's what you can expect to see inside. So we get a bag with the plates. There will be a decal for the plates, I suspect. There certainly was for the Optimus Prime. Get a bag with the grey bit, so that's the C3 model. Now, I'm not going to do it during this build. I think I'm just going to snap everything together, but likely after this I will give this a wash as well to bring out the details, because there's a lot of different details here, which being in a single plastic they tend to get just hidden away. We've got another bag here with some of the larger bits. Oh, there's this tear bit there. C1, A2 and B3. So this bit is actually got a tiny bit of paint on it here, so you can see that the lights have been painted rather than separate decals. These are simple models, they're not as intricate as the sort of Gundam, Gunpla model kits, or the glue models or anything like that. And they also do some blind bag ones as well. I got a couple of those around Christmas. I got is it Snarl? And what was the other one I got? Nemesis Prime. No, it wasn't it was Shattered Grid, Optimus Prime. Both of these were small little blind bag figures. They're smaller than the main model kits, but they have some nice detailing to them. These ones obviously are a little more G1-esque, so they're a little more cartoony. They haven't got as much detail as the movie counterparts. Final bag. And that's the rest of our plastic bits here. So B2, B1, A1. We've got our energy effects and some blue clear plasticky bits, which will probably go somewhere. We'll see in time. And these are made using almost like a Lego figure style body. And everything snaps around them, so they aren't easy if you're new to this. This is also got the light up effect in it. Don't know how well that's going through. These are the various bits. As I said, they are very well detailed with lots of moulding into them, but being simple builds, they are only a set number of colours rather than various bits and pieces which snap to make a more detailed model. So you can customize them obviously if you wish. You get basic instructions regarding the battery change and the light. You get your decal for the base, and our instruction manual. We have Mirage, opens up and gives us a bio on him, product line shot, so I'm assuming that's all of the ones in the product line. Yeah, so 6, so I assume Mirage is the last one in the line. Can't remember what Optimus was. And then you just fold them out, and as you can see here, very simple instructions to follow. So So I'm going to turn the camera around so I can build this, and then we'll go start assembly. And there we have the model ready to assemble. So it starts with the head. So I need A1 parts 3, and these ones just punch out. You might want a little file or something just to take off the sharp edges, but it's not necessary. Sometimes I might take a little file to them, but in this one I'm literally just going to follow it straight out of the box so you can see what it's like. I need a little head bit, A1, snap it out. Need the face, A1, 2, and B2, 6. So B2 and 6 is the little bit here. There we go. And it's just a case of following the instructions. They're always easy picture guides. It's going up like that and clipping into the head mold. Just find the sockets, line everything up, and they just push together. I do like the Mirage having a sort of, I don't know how well it shows up on the camera, pearlescent-esque blue. It's quite a nice blue and very different from Optimus's, so it gives a nice striking change. Face plugs in, that will plug in. There we go. Plugs in like that. Headpiece plugs in like so. And then the back snaps in to, according to that I've done it up the wrong way. So the there we go. That's the head. Quite like that. It almost looks like he's got a set of headphones on, not something I noticed in the film. So this one's from the Rise of the Beast film, which is the most recent one. Which even that is what, well, no, Transformers 1, the animated. It was the last live action one, sorry. Then we need the arm sockets or joints. They all come with a little edge. It's an Autobot or Decepticon symbol. All of them come with it. I don't know where they go. They don't plug in to anything. They don't hold them. It just seems to be a tiny little accessory. So I'm just going to punch all these out. Then the arms just clip together. This is a basic assembly joint. which both the Optimus and the blind bags have used for their figures. So I assume it's a universal standard piece for all the figures to get them their joints, and then the ball socket so things can move. So we've got B1, B27, B27, which is that. I'm going to want B21. Then we want A15. A15, C29, which is this piece here. So I'd say these kits remind me more of, Mega Block style figures rather than, say, Lego minifig blocks or actual sort of model kits. Let's see. C27 is the fist, but you can use the other hands from this. So 5 and 6 are the right arms. Alternatively, you can build the gun piece. So we're going to do both. So for the gun, we're eventually going to need C3, 13, 14, and C2, 6. There we go. So just C2, 6. We'll put that to one side. Got the head to one side. So first off, we get the metal arm piece. That's a little bit of annoyance. So for the arm piece, they all use the joint, but the gun point joint also uses it. But instead of getting 3, so you can quickly interchange, you only get 2 of these. So assembly wise, for the arm, you would put this in, connect that piece, and you would get this piece, and the shoulder piece, which goes over. Oh no, I think you can get away with using, there we go. I can go in like that, I see. Yeah, so you get that part. Then you can either have the arm and one of the hands, and they're on a ball joint, so you just clip on. Alternatively, you assemble the gun. Make sure it's around the right way. And then just clip everything together. Put the barrel on, and A14, I've missed a piece. There we go. A14. That slides up. That slides in. And then you've got the arm with the gun. And I think I'm going to have the gun piece on it. Then we can do the left arm as well. Might as well do that while we're here. Put the excess bits to one side. First, the left arm is going to be like the first. So joint B2 8 C2 sorry A1 6, which uses all of those pieces, which I can now get rid of. I don't know anyone else who builds what they do with their sprues. Personally, I tend to keep a bunch of them and use them for, you know, Warhammer figures or other accessories, etc. But it'd be interesting to hear what other people do with their sprues. Do you toss them out? Do you keep them in a pile and take them up to Warhammer to dispose of them? Yeah, do you use them for dioramas and other pieces? Then C3 7 8 and C2 8. So again, first arm very much like the second. Sorry, second arm very much like the first. Clip in the arm piece. And again, I forgot to pop out the arm joint, which is C210. Pop in the arm joint. Take and assemble the second arm shoulder. That plugs in nicely, and then need an arm. It's Mirage, so I think I'm going to give him the almost like a finger gun. And then I will move the accessory arms to one side. So now we have the arms and our head assembled, ready. Let's move on to the body, I suppose. So the body, we need a Lego type body piece. We then need B10 and B2 10. And C2 11. C2 11. C3 1 and 2, which are the tires. So this is what I'm talking about in terms of being a very simplistic build. Instead of sort of having a separate colour for the tires and then for the wheels themselves, it's all just one solid silver colour. So I think after the assembly of this, I probably will customise this, and I will paint the tyres black with the wheels maybe a little more of a silver. I need a joint piece, neck piece, A2 1 and a 2, which is our pearlized dark blue. And then our B3 1 and 2. One thing I do like about these is the fact that they are simpler than some of the other sort of kits out there, so they're a nice relaxing experience. You can just sort of spend, well, what's this been so far, 15 minutes, and we're halfway through. Yeah, so you can spend half an hour or so just quickly assembling one of them, and it gives you a little break. They're easy to follow the instructions on. They all just fit together nicely, as you've seen. Can't see one. I keep missing bits. C11. Yeah, there we go. Nice big chest piece. Keep. So this one has a little bit of silver paint on it. You could have more complex builds with, you know, the silvery bits pushing into the dark grey. But for the price point, this isn't too bad, I suppose. Compare it. Once this is finished, we'll compare it with a gunpla from the similar price point, so you can get an idea of value for money. So this piece, the main chest, has this little light up piece, and they should just slot in there. Yep. Well, that's going to give our glow when this all lights up. So that's the front. And see how that's just clipped in together. This goes over, pushes in. There, you can see how it's lighting up. These first bits just clip into here. Because I've got them upside down, that's why. There we go. So those bits have just plugged in like so. It's all about just lining up the holes and having everything plug in. And as you can see, it just the light itself, as I said earlier, just times out after a 30 seconds or so, I guess. Plugs in. Our wheels plug on the back. This definitely needs to wash to bring out some detailing, which I'll do after this. And we can move on to the crotch, which is C25. C25 and B25 and 9, which are these two bits. B2, 9. They will just then slide in together. These ones are a nice tight fit, so do want a bit of force. Not sure if these ones have an age range on them, but I would imagine. Let's have a look. So besides the standard not suitable for children under 3, there isn't a recommended minimum age. So these certainly make a nice gift for those younger fans who like models, who like enjoy putting things together, and so if you've got a young kid who's into Transformers and wants something a little different for them for a birthday, or later in the year, Christmas, then these are a nice alternative, and they're not overly expensive. So we're now moving on to the right and left leg. So this needs B3. We're down to the last few bits, so I'm going to pop the other leg out and move that to one side so they're all can be done at the same time. Again, empty sprue, so actually move that to one side to put away in the bin later. We need A2, 3 for the right leg, and then the left leg is going to use A2, 4. We're going to need C3, 3, which could be another wheel on the leg. C3, 4. And C3, 10 is for the right leg. C3, 9 is for the left. C3, 11 is the right leg. C3, 12 is the left. And another sprue down. We then want C2, 13 and 15 for our right leg. It's very simple instructions and clear to follow. 14 and 12 for the other one. I do like the fact that you don't need a clipper tool or a Stanley knife or anything like that. So if you are planning on giving this to a younger child, you don't necessarily need to worry about them hurting themselves. And besides the pushing out, it's following instructions in the same way you would follow a Lego set. C2, 3 is left, 4 was right. C2, 1 is the left foot, and C2, 2 is the right. That's the last of our sprues. We're all sprued out. Then it's just some quick assembly to finish this off. So push the grill into the leg piece. Joint goes into this piece, and then the blue piece clips over like so. We get a nice little snap there. Then we need these 3 bits, which all assemble together. Just carefully push it all the way in. That then clips onto the knee joint. Or it should do. Yep. Pushes into the knee joint like so. And we get this bit here, just plugging in as a ball joint on the side. Asks you to have the indent sticking out, and finally push the foot in And the left leg is going to be like the right. So take the blue bit and the grill, snap that in. Take the thigh piece and the joint and push that in. Push our thigh cover into top half. Make sure it's up the right way. Twist the kneecap in. Push all of these together. Just make sure you've got them all around the right way and up the right way. And just give it a good push, as you can see that. Then take the wheel. Again, after this, I'm going to take some custom white to this, I think, and just spray it up a little bit. But that is me personally. That's not something you need to do yourselves. You know, this is a perfectly fine model out of the box. And if you're not into customizing things yourself, then you know you don't need to. That's all of the bits assembled. So we have our left and right leg, we have the torso, we have the head, we have the left and right arms. All we do is clip them into the ball joints. Typically you're left with a couple of spare bits for the smaller bits. And so one arm, two arms, right leg, left leg, and then the head. And you can see it's all lit up, and that is our figure there. I completely forgot. Base of display. Again, it's taped to the bag. Tear the bag open, and then you clip these together. So they clip together like so. Nice and easy. No muss, no fuss. And then we get our decals and stick those on. Then our effects parts will plug into these single holes left. There we have it. And there we have Mirage all assembled. I like this figure. I like the details on him. I really like the pearlescent blue plastic they've used. The additional arm hand accessories are nice. It's got a nice range of posability. I think the box says he's got 20 points of articulation, so you get the full range at the legs. Get some nice bend at the knees. ball joints for the feet, full waist swivel, head. You know, all of these are on ball joints, so you're getting the full range of movement here. Full, out, round. That swivels round with the hand. And then just a quick tap to light the figure up. Yeah, there we have it. That's the model. And then they fit nicely onto the base as well. So you can have them posed pretty much however you want them to pose. And bring them alongside prime, and these bases do clip together, so you can have all of them in a line or building them back on each other, or however you want to display them. They are your figures. Deal with them as you so desire. The only thing I dislike with the bases is the fact that they come with a series of peg points for the FX pieces, but you are limited to one because of the decals. Obviously you don't have to put the decals on if you don't want to, but yeah, I suppose you could work through to punch out the rest of the decals, but I think it would ruin certain bits such as the Autobot symbols or the faces. There we go. So as we saw, this was 18, which was Hobbycraft's price, but you're looking at around the 15 to 20 quid price mark on these. A comparable figure would be this Gundam model, which I think was 15-ish. It's got a few little bits of panel lining, but other than that, it's mostly as it was straight out the box. You can see it's got a very similar range of movement with everything on the ball joints. Ball joints are a little loose on this one, but that is what it is. Yeah, full range. They are bigger. The moulding doesn't have as much detailing as the cars, but that's understandable. However, the way the moulds plug in together, you do get a more vibrant look than the other pieces. And there goes everything. So price wise, I feel you could maybe get them for a little bit cheap. They could be a little bit cheaper, but I suppose you've got the licensing fees on these where Bandai owns things like Gunpla and Gundam, and that's their own brand, so you don't have the licensing fees in the same way. I would have liked these to be a little bit taller, you know, maybe in the 5. Personally, I would have ideally loved these to be in the 6-inch scales. And I would have happily paid, you know, another 5 quid or so for these to be in the 6-inch, but even a 5-inch, I'm not the biggest fan of sort of 4-inch figures. I just don't think they look quite as dynamic or striking on a shelf as these do, but that is what it is. There's nothing that can be done with it, and you know, size wise, detailing wise, they're okay. There we go. And yeah, for what they are, I do like them. And I've got RC, and I may get some more over time, but as I probably prefer the intricacies of Gundam over these, but that's just me personally. Each of us are different. Some of you might like these, some of you might hate them. That's your own opinion. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will be back.